questions. You keep on asking about 13 Reasons Why, and people keep on guessing, keep on living with the thing that already happened because a lot of people moved on about Hannah's death and everything, except for some people have parents. I'm Daddy. This is Marlo. It's a TFU. We're about to get into big discussions about this episode, which is episode 9. And before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you think about this episode that we're doing right now. Put your comment, opinion there, anything how you should have went better or whatever you want to talk about. We here, we're gonna read it.
Your experiences from high school,
anything you need to say. But so we starting off in the school, the counselor's office.
Yes.
Where Hannah's dad came to the counselor's office and showed him a poem, and the counselor Porter read it, and he said it's not really saying nothing about suicide, which I think that's I guess he never heard suicide alike, but
it may not say nothing about suicide, but certainly you can certainly see that the person that wrote that poem was
angry.
Depressed.
Yeah,
definitely in serious depression.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that would be the first times and ever you write something personally about yourself.
Yes, but Ryan is later brought into Porter's office, and Porter asked him, did you know who wrote the poem? And Ryan denies that he even knew that it was Hannah that wrote the poem. When he's the one that took the poem out of her notebook in the first place. Yeah.
So I guess privacy in high school don't mean shit to nobody. But yeah, he's saying he didn't know it was her handwriting or just that, know her poem, and that was a set off right there because he exactly knew who the fuck wrote that poem and how the fuck they were feeling, but he just wanted a name for himself, which I think that was really foolish and selfish different, but
all about myself. Like everybody in that school is selfish.
I guess you do what you gotta do, you feel me?
But anyway, the second part of the story in this episode is about Hannah, and after her sophomore year of high school, Jessica throws a party, and you know what, she decides to go to that party with a new haircut, trying to start
a whole
fresh.
New chapter, you want to call it, a whole new book.
And she goes to the party, and at first she feels like she fits in.
She first
walked in. She
first walked in, everybody called and said, hey, no, make her feel comfortable and warm. They started talking, started drinking and everything. So they good right now. Yeah. They good right now.
But, this is the third, we find out that there are going to be 3 stories about Jessica's party. And this is the first one. And this one...
It's about Jessica.
It's about Justin. This is Justin's second tape. And, some shit goes down.
A lot of shit happens.
Shit goes down at that party. And we find out that Bryce actually rapes Jessica, which I at first thought, and I bet a lot of you thought, that Justin was the one that initially raped her. But it turns out that Bryce raped her, and Justin kind of let it happen.
Pussy ass nigga, man. That's what I'm calling him. How you let your own man rape your girl that you supposed to love it, boy?
Facts.
That's fucked up.
Facts. He left his girl alone. He was like, we share everything, right? That's
hell no. I don't share shit with you, boy.
No.
Like, if you don't share the same bills, nah, that's not cool.
And you know what? Turns out Hannah was in the room at the time.
I know that's terrifying. You just in the room seeing your friend getting raped.
Seeing anybody getting raped, and you're in the same room, like, especially as a female, you're like, yo, am I next? No.
So, hopefully, a lot of them around in real life, don't drink and not know what you're doing. Don't blame the liquor.
Don't drink too much.
Don't blame the liquor. Blame yourself. But
Jessica's in denial, deep denial about this. Like, she's still hanging out with Bryce like it's normal. Like, he didn't do shit to her. And she's heard the tapes. Like, she was somewhat coherent during that night.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just in complete denial about it. I'm like, yo, how can you look the person that raped you in the face and then look your boyfriend in the face because he let it happen?
Let it happen? That's crazy. But before we even continue on, you know how Jessica said, Hannah's lying in the tapes and everything. So I guess that's where the lying come into part.
Yes.
Which is brainwash the hell out of her. They brainwash her, saying, that never happened, this and that. She's lying, but she said in complete detail what happened.
Yeah. Right. And I believe Hannah. I believe they're all in denial about what happened too, because somebody got raped. Yo, of course they're in denial, and you know, that was really fucked up what happened. But another thing that happened in the episode was Marcus planted weed on Clay.
Yeah, I don't know.
And got him suspended.
Been for like 3 days or 2, whatever. They really just try to take him out of commission so they can figure out what they want to do.
Yes.
What they want to do. And so far, nothing they doing is really smart because he's out of school. He got a lot more time to do what he got to do. But yeah, we're gonna continue on to episode 10.
10.
And we talking about the girl that's been a mystery for a while. I still didn't know her name until this episode. Sherry.
I knew her name.
I knew her.
Alright, so yeah, the 10 tape is about Sherry. And she's the second story about that night, about Jessica's party. And we find out that Sherry had driven, attempted to drive Hannah home. And because she had maybe drunk a little too much or she wasn't paying attention, she crashes into a stop sign.
Which sucks.
Which sucks.
That
Probably
sucks.
fucked up a car. But she ends up leaving Hannah there.
Because Hannah wanted to call the cops and say, hey, we gotta report this, we gotta report this. And, Sherry like, hell no, fuck out of here, get in the car, we out of here.
Yeah.
Hannah like, nah. So she dipped off on Hannah.
Yep.
And just left her there. Was that? Damn, B.
Fucked up.
That's fucked up, but.
But, yeah, so because of Sherry knocking down that stop sign, Clay's friend, his
Clay
his
friend
tutoree?
He was his tutor.
Yeah. Clay was just...
They was kind of friends. That's what they was.
Yeah,
they
and he
kinda
was the
friends.
one that pushed him to do a lot of stuff. He pushed him to go to Jessica's party.
Mm-hmm.
He pushed him to go to the dance.
Mm-hmm.
And, it turns out that Jeff ends up dying. And what everybody in school believes to be a drunk driving accident.
Bishops.
But it turns out that he actually got into a car accident at the same intersection that Sherry had knocked down the stop sign. So, this explains later, in early episodes, we had questioned about, Porter saying that this is 2 people that have been killed in 2 months. So this is the second person that they've lost in 2 months. Jeff is the second person, which we finally find out that.
And
On,
a lot of things between that had happened. Hannah wanted to call the cops for a minute.
Yeah.
She walked all the way to a gas station just to use the phone. By the time she got there, somebody already called the reporting.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Called the crash and then called the stop sign.
Yeah. So
So Sherry feels guilty about it later on in the present time. She ends up visiting the other person that was involved in the accident. She ends up, befriending them and helping them out around their house. They're an older couple, and she helps out around their house. So she does feel a little guilty about it. She certainly feels guilty about it, but at the end of the day, she's covering her own ass.
Man, if I was done, I would have put that shit back up and taped it or something. Or keep it held up or something.
Oh.
Bugging is leaving like that, and that's causing a death inside the show, which was tragic, and that's why Sherry.
I like Jeff.
It was cool. Yeah, he helped Clay out a lot. I'm not even gonna help Clay out a lot, and losing somebody like that around Clay that's gonna hurt him too.
Yeah.
So
it certainly did hurt him.
It really did hurt him too.
But Clay ends up visiting at Jeff's family after he listens to the Jeffs, and tells Jeff's family that that the stop sign was knocked down before Jeff even got to the intersection, and telling him that Jeff might not have been drunk.
I don't think he was, honestly.
And that might not have been the cause of the accident. Not saying that you drive while drinking, stuff like that, but I don't think that was the cause of it.
It could have been so many ways they could have said it to not make that stop sign for. Feel me? They could say, "Oh, call the cops. Hey, we see a stop sign here. I almost ran the stop sign, got hit by a car, and now it's on the floor." Like, come on, you could say man had to go around that.
Because she was freaking out.
Yeah, like you was just freaking out, panic. That was just stupid. If you're in any type of situation, be smart about it before you do something, because that's just really dumb. But
and it takes away a lot.
that's up to y'all, but
Clay was really pissed off about after the accident. He was pissed off at Jeff because he thought that Jeff was drunk at the time, and he was also pissed off at Hannah because after the accident happened, Hannah, he thought was making it all about her. In reality, she desperately wanted to tell somebody about this and say that Jeff wasn't driving drunk, but she couldn't because she felt like she was put into a corner by Sherry, and that's really sad. That may play an impact later on Clay's tape, because how he felt. He might have pushed Hannah away, but
Probably.
we don't know.
We don't know yet.
But Clay's mom also tries to make a deal with Hannah's mom because, if you don't remember, Clay's mom is the lawyer for the school, fighting the case against Hannah's parents. And Clay's mom basically tells Hannah's mom, hey, I wouldn't stop fighting until I knew the truth. Which I'm basically thinking that Clay's mom is telling Hannah's mom, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't take the deal that she's offering her.
And didn't it happen that same episode when she said she's not taking the case no more?
Yes. She also said she doesn't want to take
the
it.
case
But that's still up in the air.
That's still up in the air, but I just want to put that she might not be taking the case, she's not taking the case, and the school's very in deep shit right now with all these evidence they found from him, but they gotta learn how to stay away from these schools for not giving them more evidence about these fucking poems, these notes on the bathroom. Just let it rock, and once you go to court, then you just do what you gotta do. But just relax. Tony.
Yes, the big one.
The big part of this whole
It's
episode.
Real. The one tape that we've been waiting for
the longest
is Clay's tape, and it's real. The next episode 11, tape 11. It's Clay's tape.
And guess who? And this is from Tony words.
This from him.
Guess who killed Hannah? Who really killed Hannah? And I can't wait to share that with y'all. We both can't wait to share that with y'all. We're gonna get it soon.
I'm gonna watch it soon.
Like, comment, subscribe, join the unit. TFU will be back with you some more discussions, reviews. If you want to see some big discussions, just subscribe. And I'm Data.
I'm Marlo.
And we out.